Shit, I'm stuttering. Hold on. Do you think you exceeded your expectations this season, or do you think you could have done better? What do you think you did wrong near the end?
We had a really rough start at the start of the season. We lost against Vigils, which we should have beat. Our lineup was in the gutter, though, I'm going to be honest. But we started picking up middle of the season, then I picked up above because we were friends for a little bit. Picked up Shadow, upgraded the lineup. I'm pretty disappointed how it ended based off of redos and supporter force the time I couldn't make. That's just the way it turned out. I think that we would have shit on Shooter, but that's just the way it turned out, and we'll be back next season.
Alright. Do you see any lineup changes next season, or are you gonna be like, since you're kind of known for being a loyal guy, not snaking anyone, are you gonna like revamp your lineup, or are you gonna stick it out with the guys that got you there?
I've been talking to some guys. I mean, I'm not gonna say who, but I'm planning on making some changes, but I'm sticking with the core guys because they're the guys who brought me there, and I don't want
Yeah,
to snake them. I want to win a ring with my OGs.
yeah, because I feel like that's how you get all those stacked teams. You get people that you can trust. You build up chem and stuff. Like you just get them known. You get them good at the game. Um, how would you say that you've like changed maybe your game style, maybe the way you think to get where you are? Because maybe a couple seasons ago you weren't NFL, you weren't like making a deep push maybe to playoffs. Like, what do you think changed in recent seasons to propel yourself to this position?
All praise has to go to Klez. He's the dude who taught me how to QB, and I give him all respect to that. At the beginning of the season, I was a shitter, and that probably caused some of my turnovers. But I just started to think about the game more, get a little smarter, and only throw the open stuff. And like I also just like kind of stuck to the fun, like only make the easy throws. Like there's no need to fit a 1 inch burn if you have a wide open check down. That's just what
Mhm.
causes us to win most games. I think the reason that we've done really good is because of our defense. I think against the Porter, our defense carried me. I made some turnovers, and I made up for it on defense with some two pretty good picks. So
Mhm.
like I think that I'm definitely my prime, but I'm just gonna continue to improve.
Yeah, you're doing really good right now. What do you think about do you have a like a receiver one that you're gonna like stick with? Do you have a like a guy like if you're pushed back, no one's open and you toss him, do you think he's gonna come down with it? Do you have a guy like that on your team? Or are you gonna pick someone up next season?
I trust all my receivers 100%, but I must say that above Sahili are all guys that I would look to whenever if it came down to it. I've been playing with Sahili for around a year. But above like has a lot of IQ. He's probably the smartest dude on the team. And he really helps like I don't know how to say, but like propel the IQ on the team. He makes everyone smarter around him, and his zone's been LD from when he
Mhm.
joined us.
Above, I have a question for you, if that's alright.
Yes,
How, do you think that, Charlie in the future, if you guys continue building chemistry, do you think he could be one of the better or maybe even best QBs you've played with if you continue what you're doing with him right now?
I do. I think Charlie is on that path to being a elite QB. He just needs to stick with his team and keep this chemistry.
That's a good answer. I see it too. You guys did really good this season. Do you
Yeah.
do you think the team right now is in a position where you guys can make a deep playoff, maybe like Elite Eight, Final Four push, maybe next season? Like if you guys know who you're gonna pick up, both of you guys can answer it. Do you guys think you got the chance to do it?
I mean, all it takes is to make the playoffs, and we're one of the best 16 teams in the league. And after that, I mean, anything's possible. We weren't expected to win any of the games that we won.
Hmm.
We were expected to get blown out by Supporter. We beat him. Every game that we've won, I've never been a favorite in a game this season. But like all it takes is a few good plays. Cause like there's no really stacked teams this season. I mean,
Yeah.
it's all pretty even. So this is probably one of my best. I mean, this was probably my best chance to win a ring. But like, I think our guys are just gonna get chem and improve. Currently, I think that we're probably a playoff team, but I don't want to aim for playoffs. I want to aim for a ring, and that's what I want to
That's a good
do.
mindset. All right. Next question. Well, how does it feel being an underdog? Does this help you change your mindset and like help you like push yourself a little bit, or do you just like sit as an underdog and just wait until it's your time to shine?
uh, I mean, I think it's always my time to shine, but it definitely helps being the underdog because like you come into the game and the other team thinks you're ass,
Yeah.
and then you fucking hit it on their deep and they start crying. But I mean, I like being the underdog, but I'd rather be the favorite, like because I mean, I'm still gonna ball out either way, but it definitely helps when you have LFG behind you.
Who do you think's the most underrated player or team you've played against this season in NFL? Is there anyone in particular that you struggled with whose name isn't really out there and they just like randomly came in the 9v9 and just cooked up that you had trouble with?
I
Or
have to give credit to where credit is due. I think Vigils is a really talented quarterback. I mean, he made some unbelievable throws against me. I mean, he's one of them. And yeah, that's about it. Other QBs I played were kind of shit, except for like Graf and him.
yeah, do you see visual like in you being like rivals or like meeting each other in playoffs anytime soon?
Who? Me and Graf?
You and Visual?
I don't think it's like I don't really think it's a rivalry. Like I have respect for him. I don't know if he has respect for me, but I mean I don't really have any rivals. I mean obviously there's some people I'd love to beat like just for the fun of it, but like it's all a show. I mean I have respect for everyone who's made it up here.
Alright, I'm gonna name a couple quarterbacks and I want you to tell me if they're overrated, perfectly rated, or underrated. Alright?
Yeah.
What's your opinion on H-Rep? Is he overrated, perfectly, or under?
I think he's overrated. I could think his supporting cast is really good. I think he crumbles in big moments, if you ask me.
I kind of agree with that. I think he's got the mechanics, but his record on paper just like never looks the best because of how many games he's lost in Elite 8 plus. What about, let's see. What do you think about Dreams? Because he kind of came out of nowhere, and he's actually been doing pretty good. His defense is fucking crazy, but he's not that bad.
I mean, I think he's a mediocre QB. Like, I don't really think he's that good, but he has probably one of the best defenses I've ever played in LFG.
What do you think makes his defense so unique compared to others? Is it like a scheme, or is it just like the chem is crazy?
I mean, like, I mean, they're just all OFLers. They're really smart, and, like, they can read my mind. I threw a lot of picks against them. But I think if I played them again, I probably would have figured it out.
Is there any QBs that you like idle your game on that you would like, if they had like a point of view you could watch, would you watch them play?
I mean, when I first started LFG, I mean, I'm not gonna lie to you, like I DM'd Mezzo every day, but like my real favorite QB in LFG has to probably be Klez, I would say, because like he just, like I reached out to him when I was a random and I used to be like a streamer type of guy, and then like after he beat, I think it was Ionosphere, we talked for a little bit, and he like really helped me improve my passing game. Wouldn't be where I am if it was for him.
Above, do you have anyone that you can like, that you idled your game around, like any receivers that you played against and you're like, oh, they're cold, I should start doing what they do? Do you have anyone like
Ray Finkel. That's the goat right there.
Yeah,
I think I saw that kid on supporters team like a long time ago.
Definitely not supporter, but
I mean a sipper.
maybe. I think I've
think-
seen him with Bloop before. He's normally around with Trav though.
Do you have a favorite like receiver duo to play with above?
I mean, my favorite was definitely X-Clip with Gimme.
Is Apollo here, or is he just like not gonna talk? Cause I had a question.
I'm here.
All right. How would you rate like blocking for Charlie? Like, do you think he has good scrambling where it makes he makes you look good, or does he like just do his job and you get him time in the pocket and just give him blocks? Like, what do you
Well,
think?
to be honest, in the beginning of the season, he had time, but throughout the season, his scrambling did become way better than what it was at the start of the season. So it did make his line look good. But I'd say ultimately he did have decent time in the pocket. Not going to say I'm perfect, but he had time in the pocket. I would say it was more of the routing and the receivers. But I'm not going to say I'm perfect. I had my mistakes and stuff. So I
It's a
mean,
team
I think he had
effort.
decent time.
I saw a clip of you get a DE crab. How'd you feel after getting that crazy crab? I saw that.
Uh, well, I mean, I knew he was going to throw it because he was pushed back in the end zone and my two Ds had a containment. So I just was like, you know what, I'm going to drop on the LOS. I was already trying to read it anyways.
Mello,
So I just dropped.
like, do you mind if I give my take on this? So, like, me and, like, before the game, I swear to God this happened. Like, Mello was like, teach me how to go for a DE int, because, like, I'm pretty good at those. And I said, shit, if he's pressured and the other DE's got it, drop back and make a read. And that's what he did. I'm so proud of him, and he's such a good player, and he's
And
really,
shout out to the Swift Arrow, Your Highness. He taught me a lot at middle DE and
Connor.
also led me to
Connor's him.
this. Connor.
Do you think that you and your other DEs, despite not having big known names, can be a big name in the future?
Oh, yes, for sure. Ryu is a good one. And Person's a great blocker. I could see us becoming one of the best DEs.
I
Not one
noticed
of the
that you
best all
guys
time, but a good DE.
don't really have like your names out there quite yet, but I see you guys putting on pressure. I've seen you guys get a lot of defensive stops. Your DE core looks good. Despite being
It
underrated.
started looking good this season. It improved a lot of development. I got a lot of help from Nutty Cloud, from DMs, and showing him clips, and also Tab from AV8. So I kind of went from there, and I've also mentored Ryua and Purse.
I mean, I'll be honest, like, I found Enpers, like, out of a public. I mean, like, he came out of a college, and, like, and like, he wrote me, like, a really long LFP letter, and he looked pretty motivated to the game. And then, like, I nonstop developed him in the off season. Now he's, like, really good.
Yeah.
Ryua, he's just a mechanical freak. I mean, he tied for top 5 in sacks, and this is his first season playing on a...
Me and him combined for 17 sacks.
Yeah.
Nice. Would you give any... I actually have another question, one more for Apollo. How long have you been playing for Charlie, and, like, have your experiences always been, like,
Well-
good like this?
Yeah, it's always been a good experience. He's always taught me stuff. It started back in season 5 Wake Forest when we picked D2. I asked to, get developed at tight end when tight ends were a thing, and he, showed me a bunch of stuff at tight end. And I worked on my chips and stuff, and I benched at first and worked my way up from Jordan and some other tight ends that are, I think, well known. I think Jordan is well known. I worked my way up, and when Jordan left and Charlie got disbanded, once Charlie got unbanned, then he DM'd me again, and we went from there. And here I am.
Yeah. Would any of you give tips to players trying to get, like, known or trying to get on a team to make, a name for themselves, or just, like, try to do anything to get on a team and just, like, build their name up and get offers? Like, tips for any new players.
For any new players, if they see this video, just reach out to the best of the best at that position, or the best possible player you can get in touch with, and learn from them and ask them for tips.
Okay, I don't know what he's talking about. So what I would personally do is I would DM, like, probably, it really depends what position you play. If you're a receiver, you probably want to reach out to, for starters, like, a good receiver, like IQ wise, because mechanics you're just gonna get. Like, you can't really teach mechanics at receiver. You just got to play the game. But I would reach out to a good IQ receiver and like, maybe, like, try to get some, like, IQ. I would also watch some primetime streams, like, and, like, playoff games, because that would help you. Then I'd reach out to, like, a D4 team, like, ask to start. They would probably let you start. And then, like, maybe the only thing you need to be successful really is connections. Like, that's how it started with me and Mello. Like, I had a connection to him. Like, I forget how, but I offered him the bench, and then he used that to up his platform, and now he's, like, really good because he started with my offer.
You got any tips above? Because your name's pretty well known right now.
I just recommend you stay loyal. Stay loyal to the people who got you there.
Yeah, you don't want to make it far with somebody and then just leave them for your own ego. Alright, I think that's good. Do you guys have anything, like, one last thing to say before I end this?
It was an honor.
I appreciate you guys coming on. Thank you.